till now we have discussed certain points about designing a fuzzy controller structure in MATLAB using text-based coding. So we have discussed fuzzy controller structure. We have discussed how we can define the Mamdani type fuzzy controller structure, how we can add inputs and output membership functions to different input linguistic variables and output linguistic variables of fuzzy system. And then we have also discussed what will be the different ways of adding certain membership functions in the system. So there can be different ways by which you can choose to do that. Now let us try to understand how we can define the rules to our fuzzy controller. Okay, so let me just go to that slide. So in our rule base, what you can see here is we have two input linguistic variables defined using three membership functions for each, negative, 0 and positive, negative, 0 and positive. So what I am doing here is if error, so this rule based table simply states that if error is negative and rate of change of error is also negative, then output must be negative big. If error is negative, rate of change of error is 0, then output must be negative small. If error is 0 and output rate of change of error is 0, in that case the output must also be 0. So in this way you can see if we have three membership functions for one input, three membership functions for other input, we have 9 rules comprising of negative big, negative small, 0, positive small, positive big, depending upon what sort of rule base you want to design. So this is a very common rule base for defining a fuzzy PD or fuzzy PI controller. If you want to dig into it, so this is the rule base of fuzzy PD controller. If you just consider this as a rate of change of controller output, this will be considered as a fuzzy PI controller in velocity form. Okay, so now without going into the details of that aspect, we will be covering that in a separate video, separate part of this video, maybe another video. So we will be discussing how we can add the rules to our system. Okay, so the rules to the system, obviously there are 9 rules. Again, there are various ways by which you can add the rules to the system, but this is the one which I like most. So now you can see earlier we tried to define the variable names or membership function names for each linguistic variable, for input linguistic variable and for output linguistic variable as well. Now these rules will be added into the fuzzy system with the help of these membership function names as well as your input and output linguistic variable names. So again, the command name for that is add rule. Initially we used add input for adding an input variable, input linguistic variable, add output for adding output linguistic variable, add MF if you want to design or if you want to add certain membership functions to a particular input linguistic variable or output linguistic variable, and we have add rule here now. So again, my underscore face is the system's name which we have initially created and we want to update it into the same name. So my underscore face again is your output argument of this function here. So add rule, my underscore face, comma, square bracket begin and square bracket close, and this small bracket is the functions bracket here, small bracket here, small bracket here. So why I am focusing on these things, because if you miss out these brackets you will be ending up in error and your system or your code will not be running properly. So beware of these square brackets and small brackets wherever you apply them. Now you can see that we simply write the rules in double quotes. Okay, and this double equal to simply means is. So if error is negative and rate of change of error is also negative, then this is equal to and then a right arrow kind of thing, this simply states and then your output OP, that is your output linguistic variable name, is equal to negative large. That means your first membership function, which was the Z type of membership function in the extreme negative side of your your output linguistic variable range. Okay, so let me just also show you the rule base again. If error is negative, rate of change of error is negative, you have negative large or negative big, whatever name you want to have. If your error is negative, rate of change of error is 0, you have negative small. If your error is 0, rate of change of error is negative, then you have negative small or simply negative, whatever you want to say. That means the second membership function from the left of output. So if error is negative, rate of change of error is, and rate of change of error is 0, in that case output is negative. If error is negative, rate of change of error is positive, you have output equal to 0. Just please beware of writing these rules in such a way so that it conforms to your rule base, because writing these rules may be very tricky. Usually you will be copying one line and you will be changing certain input output membership functions, but you may end up in having certain you may be writing a wrong rule, or you may be writing a wrong variable name or a membership function name. So beware of using that. So negative underscore large, if this is the name of your membership function, that should be here as it is without any change. Okay, so please take care of that thing as well. So similarly, this dot 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 simply means you want to continue to the next line, and this, so this is kind of an array which has 9 strings or 9 rules specified as strings. If error is negative, rate of change of error is also negative, output is negative large. So rate of error is your linguistic variable name, error is your linguistic variable name, OP is your linguistic variable name, membership function name is negative, membership function name here is also negative, membership function name is negative underscore or neg underscore large here. Similarly, you can define all these 9 rules. Okay, so this is how you can design or define the rules to your fuzzy system. And now let me just tell you, once we have defined our linguistic variables, we have defined our output linguistic variables for different membership functions, we can generate the surface, we can generate the membership function variations, we can also find out the output of our fuzzy system depending upon whatever input we supply to it. Okay, so let me just do that for you. So the command for plotting the membership functions, for showcasing the membership functions, is simply plot mf, your fuzzy system's name and input if you want to plot the inputs, and the first input. So comma 1 is simply the first input. If I run this code, this will be creating the fuzzy inference system which we have discussed so far, and then it will be plotting the input membership functions for first linguistic variable. Okay, so let me just run it for you and let's see what kind of variation I get. So now you can see that the range was from -1 to 1. The negative membership function's left base was -1000. Obviously the range is from -1 to 1, so that particular point is not shown here. So it is highest at -1, then it is lowest at 0. So this is kind of a triangular membership function but clipped in half between -1 to 0. Then you have 0 membership function defined between -1 to 1, having a maximum value of membership function, degree of membership function value at 0, which is equal to 1. Okay, and then you have positive membership function defined using this yellow line here, which is simply your positive membership function for error. You can see that thing in the x-axis, x level. Okay, so this is it. Now let us try to create or try to see what will be the membership function variation for second input. Let's see that. Now you can see these membership functions will be as it is, same, but you can see that the name of that variable, it has already picked. I have not specified it yet. I have not plotted anything with the help of plot command. X values, y values. The plot mf command will usually take care of it. So rate of error, that was our linguistic variable name. Different membership function values name that I have created. Now interesting thing will be the variation of output. Okay, I have only one output, so let me just run it and let's see what I have. Now you can see these are Gaussian membership functions. These Gaussian membership functions, initially you have a Z type of membership function, then you have Gaussian type of membership functions as we discussed initially, and then you have S type of membership function. Okay, so this is the variation of output membership function. You can see this is OP here. Okay, let me just close it, and now let us try to see what will be the variation of output with respect to every input and output combination. Kind of we try to generate the surface. Okay, so gensurf is the command. Gensurf, generate surf, is the abbreviation, with the full form of this command. You can think of that this command in that way. So gensurf, in brackets, your fuzzy inference system name, and then you can see this is the variation of output of fuzzy inference system in the ranges of -1 to 1 for error and rate of change of error. So this is it, and now let me just tell you how you can calculate the output of the fuzzy inference system. So the output of the fuzzy inference system can be calculated using eval_fizz command. So eval_fizz, evaluate the fuzzy inference system, what inference system you have, the name, my_fis, comma, the input values specified in square brackets. So -0.5 and -0.3, I have taken these two values. Let's see what output I get. That will be displayed in the command window. So let me just do that. So this is coming out as around 0.1122. If I change this, or even if I just if I just do this here itself, let's see what I have. my_fis, comma, -0.2, -0.2. Let's see what output I get. Sorry. So this is -0.1112, and if I just change this to -0.8, so this is -0.3904. If I go to the extremes, let's see what I have. So I am having an extreme value of around -0.9149. Okay, so in this way you can simply create a fuzzy inference system, and then you can use it anywhere you want. I will be displaying, I will be telling you how you can use this design fuzzy inference system in your MATLAB code, in your Simulink code, in the next part of the video. Okay.